Good morning, class. So, students, in the previous session, we saw how the people of India they rebelled against the Britishers. Now, the Britishers they were very shocked and very depressed by such attitude of Indians because they never expected that Indians are going to go against them or revolt against them. They always believed that they are so calm that they are going to follow the British orders. Now the Britishers were so angry, they were so furious by this attitude of Indians that the company they decided to repress the revolt with all its might, with all the force, with all the pressure. They decided to suppress this revolt, and just to do that, reinforcements were brought from the England. New laws were passed so that the rebels could be convicted with ease and then moved into the storm centers of the revolt. The very first step was that Delhi was recaptured. The Britishers they recaptured Delhi from the rebel forces in September 1857. Then, children, the last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, was tried in the court and sentenced to life imprisonment because we have studied earlier that Bahadur Shah Zafar was the leader of this revolt. So, after capturing Delhi, the Britishers they sentenced Bahadur Shah Zafar for life imprisonment. He and his wife Begum Zinat Mahal were sent to prison in Rangoon in October 1858, where Bahadur Shah Zafar died in November 1862. Then, children, the recapture of Delhi, however, did not mean that the rebellion down. After that, the capturing Delhi did not meant that the rebellion came to an end. The people stopped protesting. The people they continued to resist and battle with the Britishers. Now, the Britishers they had to fight for 2 years to suppress the massive forces of popular rebellion. Britishers they took 2 years to suppress this revolt. Later, in March 1858, Lucknow was taken back. Rani Lakshmi Bai was defeated and killed in 1858, June 1858. Then a similar fate awaited Rani Avanti Bai, who later initial victory in Kheri chose to embrace death when surrounded by Britishers on all the sides. Rani Avanti Bai, when she saw that she has been surrounded by all the British forces from all the sides, she herself committed suicide. Tantia Tope escaped to the jungles of central India and continued to fight a guerrilla war with the support of many tribals and peasant leaders. But later on, in April 1859, he was captured and killed. Then, children, just as victories against British has earlier encouraged rebellion, the defeat of rebellion forces encouraged desertions. The British they tried their best to win back the loyalty of the people. They announced rewards for the landholders would be allowed to continue to enjoy traditional rights over their lands, and those who have rebelled against the Britishers they were told that if they submitted themselves to the British and if they had not killed any white people, that means if they surrender to the Britishers and if they have not killed any Britisher in the war, they would remain safe and their rights and the claims to the land will not be denied. And nevertheless, hundreds of sepoys, rebels, nawabs and rajas were hanged. So this was how the Britishers they replied back to the revolt of Indians, how they suppressed the Indians to gain the control over India back. Then, children, the Britishers finally they regained their control back over India by the end of 1859, but they could not carry on ruling the land with same policies anymore. जिन policies, जिन ideologies से वो पहले इंडिया को rule कर रहे थे, अब it was not possible to rule India by those policies. It was difficult. So now what the people did, they introduced new policies in India. Let's see what was those policies. The British Parliament passed a new act in 1858 and transferred the powers of East India Company to the British Crown in order to ensure a more responsible management of Indian affairs. A number of British cabinet was appointed Secretary of State for India and was made responsible for all the matters related to governance of India. Then, children, the Governor General of India was given the title of Viceroy, that is, a personal representative of the Crown, and through these measures, the British government accepted the direct responsibility for ruling India. Then, secondly, all ruling chiefs of the country were assured that their territory would never be annexed in future. They were allowed to pass on their kingdoms to their heirs, including adopted sons, which was earlier not possible under the doctrine of lapse. Then, children, later on, however, they were made to acknowledge the British crown as their sovereign paramount. Thus, the Indian rulers were to hold their kingdoms as subordinates of the British crown. Next, it was decided that the proportion of Indian soldiers in the army would be reduced and number of European soldiers will be increased. And it was also decided that instead of recruiting the soldiers from Awadh, Bihar, Central India, South India, most of the soldiers will be recruited from Sikh and Pathan community. And moreover, the land and property of Muslims was confiscated on a large scale and they were treated with suspicion and hostility. The Britishers believed that they were responsible for the rebellion in a big way. Britishers, they started believing कि जो भी ये rebel हुआ है इसमें बहुत बड़ा हाथ किसका था, Muslims का. So now those Muslims were seen with some suspicious things. It was always believed that they are planning for something else. Then the Britishers, they decided to respect the customary religious and social practices of the people in India. Policies were made to protect landlords and zamindars and give them security of rights over their lands. And after this revolt of 1857, a new phase of history began in India. A new kind of British rule began in India, about which we will be studying further in our history chapters.